What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. So I'm just getting my boxing fix, watching all the fights that are on tonight. Props to Glenn Tapia. He won his fight via KO, bouncing back from the Kirkland loss. Um, that was good. I just watched the Vanes Martirosyan versus Willie Nelson, and it was actually a really good fight. Good clash of styles. So I want to talk about that fight, and I got to finish the Rances fight. There's just a lot of stuff going on. Jorge Arce and Johnny Gonzalez, just a lot of boxing. But as far as the Vanes and the Willie Nelson, I really enjoyed myself. It was awesome to see the tribute. So just to cue you guys in case you didn't know, Dan Goosen just passed away. I reported about that. So rest in peace to Dan and the whole Goosen family. I send my condolences. He was the promoter of Vanes Martirosyan before his untimely death. And his younger brother is actually training Vanes Martirosyan right now. Vanes used to be with Freddie Roach at a point in time, but he's been with Joe Goosen, and he's been training. And it was nice. He won the fight against Willie Nelson. It was a good competitive fight, good fight, good interesting clash of styles. Vanes Martirosyan had the power edge. I liked the body work he was doing, and I think he just overall dug down deeper. You know what I mean? When it was clutch time and some of the rounds were close, because there was a point in time midway through the fight where the scorecards could have been close, but I think he edged it by digging down deeper. At the end, he kind of paid homage and a tribute to Dan Goosen and said right around the eighth round, he thought about Dan and he was like, I got to do this. You know, I got to dig down deep and dedicate this fight to him. So boxing is such an emotional roller coaster, man. There's so many things, the ups and downs, the pain, the losses, the knockout, everything. It's a lot, man. So that was a heartfelt moment. Definitely get you choked up if you have a heart. And it was good. It was good for Vanes Martirosyan. Willie Nelson had a good account of himself. I think he kind of gave up his height. He looked really good in the first round. He looked really sharp, actually. And I think feeling that power and getting wobbled a couple times, he got a bit gun shy with Vanes Martirosyan. And again, Vanes Martirosyan, he just put his foot on the gas pedal, dedicated it to Dan Goosen. I think he just gutted it out. He had a cut. He battled that adversity, and the cut didn't get as bad as it looked like it could have been. So it was just a good fight. It was a fun fight. I posted some clips. Check my Instagram at Boxing Ego. In case you didn't see it, you could check that. There's some other guys, some of my boxing friends on Instagram. They're posting clips of the fight too. So yeah, I would definitely. It's worth watching. It was an entertaining fight to me. Like I said, good clash of styles. Willie Nelson, man, his chin. I'm not sure of it. A lot of people watch boxing or claim to like be diehard fans, but they don't really know. They call Timothy Bradley a glass chin because he got hurt by Ruslan. No, motherfucker, that's what's supposed to happen when you get hit flush by a power puncher. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean you have a glass chin because you're human and you got hurt. You know what I mean? It's what shots hurt you, who's throwing it. You know what I'm saying? That's how you determine a glass chin. If shots that wouldn't bother the average boxer in your weight division seem to really bother you and get you buzzed and shaking up and noodle legs, spaghetti legs and shit like that, that's when you have a shaky chin. You know what I mean? In my opinion, I've seen some people say some of the craziest shit. They're like, oh, Brandon Rios has a glass chin because Pacquiao is fucking him up. No, that's not a glass chin. He has a hell of a chin. If he had a glass chin, he would be getting destroyed even worse. You know what I'm saying? He would be getting knocked out. Same thing with Tim Bradley versus Ruslan. So Willie Nelson, you could put him in the class, in my opinion, of shaky chins. It just I've seen him hurt several times by different levels of punchers and stuff like that. He has like very skinny legs, and as you guys know, KO power is a lot of times generated from the legs, and you got to just be strong. Either you're born with a chin or you're not. The legs having a strong base and a strong core and stuff, and legs help you, but I mean you can't train your chin. Either you're born with Margarito chin or Mosley chin, or you're not. You know what I'm saying? So as far as Willie Nelson, he made it as interesting as he could. It was a good fight. He kind of gave up and got gun shy, kind of gave up his height. It wasn't jabbing as frequently. He definitely didn't go to the body. Vanes stopped going to the body in this fight, but early on he was blistering to the body, which was good to see. So the future's looking bright, more so for Vanes Martirosyan. There's some other competitive fights I would like to see him in. Guys like the Charlo brothers, we see signs of how good they could be, but I got to see them fight better level competition. Vanes at least has been in there with guys like Edeslandi Laura, the Willie Nelsons of the world, and stuff like that. So it's an interesting fight. Plus, he's been trained by the Goosen. He's been trained by Freddie Rhodes, so he learned different things and kind of meshes it all together. So a lot of good fights. I would even like to see a fight with James Kirkland if he wants to actually fight somebody. You know what I mean? James Kirkland, Vanes Martirosyan's a good fight. A rematch with Edeslandi Laura if he just wants kind of like another fight before he goes after an actual champion. There's a lot of ways you can mix and match. As far as Willie Nelson, there's guys he can beat, but I just don't see him being the head of the class or the top of the pack, in my opinion. That chin is going to be definitely a hindrance to that, you know what I mean? And I don't know if he has like the power, you know what I'm saying? I think he'll probably get knocked out by Canelo, because Canelo has a filthy inside game. He rips to the body, and Canelo's is pretty tough, and you know what I mean? I don't know, man. I think at one point Willie Nelson was calling out Canelo, if I'm not mistaken, but that would be all bad for him. So wish him the best, but that's just my opinion of the whole situation. But a great fight nonetheless. Let me know what you guys think if you did watch that fight. I did watch Chad Dawson. It was it's sad, like I said, it's sad to see how fickle boxing is, and you can get a fighter can take a KO loss, and all of a sudden they're trash. You know what I mean? They're dumbs. Chad Dawson went life or death with the nobody, with the bum. You know what I mean? And this is the guy that's been in there with the Pascals of the world, Thomas Adamek, Bernard Hopkins, Andre Ward, Adonis Stevenson. You know what I mean? He's been in there with Hopkins twice. And Chad Dawson just does not look like bad Chad. He does not look. He looked bad, bad, Chad. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't look good to me. You know what I mean? Gave up his height. The confidence doesn't look there, and he ended up losing a split or majority decision. I forget exactly which one it was, but I think Chad Dawson is another person you can add to the list. I think he's done. You know what I mean? He just doesn't have the mental fortitude to bounce back from what he's been through, in my opinion. And he showed levels of that kind of James Kirkland, that Zab Judah, that level of unstable. You don't really know what you're going to get by dealing with this guy. And one of the indications, the early red flags, was how many fucking trainers he went through. He went from Mayweather Sr. to this person. You know what I mean? He just went through a lot of fucking trainers. So not necessarily a good sign. Let me know if you guys seen the Chad Dawson fight or the Vanes Martirosyan and Willie Nelson fight, what you guys thought of it. But all in all, good Showtime card. I enjoyed myself. Make sure you like my video. As always, hate, comment, or subscribe. Till next video, it's Ego signing off.